Hey, what's going on, folks? It is Mitch here, and I am back with a daily video. Before we get into the video today, I just want to say to each and every one of you, thank you for your time. Thank you for clicking on the video. We do have a good one planned for you. So I just wanted to say that because the community is growing, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. The cost of living is getting out of control, and we need prices to level out. I do not want this video to be a video to where I am quote unquote complaining about prices, the cost of living. I just want to bring awareness to this because I've seen in my recent videos a lot of you guys commenting that you're going through the same thing. So we need to bring awareness to the cost of living, and hopefully with bringing that awareness, certain people can voice their opinion, and maybe a change can actually happen for us, the consumers, the people that are working their 9-to-5s, the common people that are building their families, that are just trying to survive. The cost of living shouldn't really be this high. I know we're in 2024, but the prices of groceries, the prices of car payments, car insurance, electric bills for electric companies, mortgages, rents, all these inflated prices are really bringing an effect, and not so positive effect, just to the common people. I'm speaking for people just like myself, middle class, that are just trying to save money, raise a family, want to start a family in a few years, just want to live the best life that they possibly can live. I don't think we should be living a life that's always suffering, to live a life that is paycheck to paycheck, worrying about if you're going to have enough money for rent, if you're going to have enough money to repair something on your car, if you're going to have enough money to just take a family vacation once a year. I personally don't believe in that struggle, and I think it's kind of unfair because we are just trying to live our best life. When you put it in perspective, we are living on a spinning rock in the middle of the universe. That kind of always hits home for me more of on a spiritual level. I don't want to go down too much of a spiritual path in this video, maybe sometime in a future video. But I have so much compassion for another human being that it really hurts my heart to see someone struggle to pay their bills, to go on a vacation, to really live a life that they want to live. And I know we have to live inside our means. I know there are people that are living in a house that's too big for them. Then they go house broke. They're buying the newest, latest model of a vehicle because they want to keep up with their neighbors. They're buying expensive watches. They're buying designer clothes and a couple $100 on a sweatshirt, and they're just putting it on the credit card. They're not planning out their meals per week because it could take too much time, and then they're overspending on groceries. But in the grand scheme of it, at the big picture, the cost of living for just average people, it's just gone up. And I personally don't know what to do about it besides be a good consumer myself and share my knowledge and my living experience with you guys on how I save money, what I've been doing to save money, to live my best life. I can genuinely say with a smile on my face that I am living my best life. I live debt-free. That is one of my important values. I won't just put things on a credit card just because I need to buy something. I like to say that the hobbies that I do in my free time are very positive and they are low cost. I've really gravitated towards a liking of running. I ran my first marathon about 2 weekends ago. If you're watching this video in a later time, it may be more than 2 weekends, but I did that for 18 weeks, which was the training plan. So every day when I get off of work, I had something to train for, and I had something to do rather than just like go online on Amazon and look at all the new popular items and purchase something off of Amazon, have it right at my door, and then just put it in the closet because I never use it. I like to read books. I'm a gamer, so I like to play video games, but I find myself playing a lot of older games. There is a thing for Xbox. It's called Game Pass. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you may not know. It's kind of like Netflix in a way. You pay a monthly subscription and you have access to over like 100 game titles. It works for me because I like a lot of the older game titles. I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may not know what that is. And I have a lot of fun playing it. Once I'm done playing this, I'll pick a new title from that. But a lot of the games that are coming out are just highly priced. There's a lot of microtransactions with them that get you to just put a credit card on file and buy a new blueprint for a weapon, a new cosmetic for a character. It doesn't really do anything. Some games are quote-unquote pay to win, where you can get certain attachments unlocked, and then you're kind of using a meta class. But enough of that. If you're spending a lot of money on these microtransactions, it's probably not the smartest unless you've hit the jackpot money-wise, which is fine. But like overall, if you're raising kids, you have to supply them with school supplies and outfits, and if they're doing sports gear, and it can get pricey. So you don't need to buy the newest and coolest car that's going to cost you $600 a month. Get one that's already used for half the monthly payment. Just the interest rates on these things, on mortgages and car payments, are just astronomical, and you're paying so much on that interest rate. When I bought my house last year, was the beginning of last year, I got a decent interest rate. It's nothing to super brag about. I'm hoping that the interest rates do drop so I can refinance. An example is my parents, when they got their house at the end of 2017, early 2018, they have a lot lower interest rates, and I'm not super, don't really know why the interest rates went up. Maybe we've printed so much money through the Federal Reserve that we have to make that money back. But I don't think it's fair for us daily people that are just trying to live our best life to pay super high interest rates, because if you can save $300 on a monthly payment, that's a lot of money. Like $300 is a lot of money. Like that's just a lot of money that you can put that towards something. And with the cost of living being as high as it is, I think it's important for us as consumers to be very peculiar on what we buy. If you can avoid eating out during the work week, please try to do that. You will notice you will save so much money. Try to cook home cooked meals instead of just going to restaurants. Restaurants have to make their profit so that they can pay their employees, so that they can get their products, so that they can pay their electric bills. But most of the prices at restaurants are jacked up so that they can pay those bills, which is fair to the businesses. I just don't think prices of certain dishes should be so high. That's why I avoid restaurants. Plus the quality of service over time, at least from my experiences, has kind of gone down. Then you have to pay the 15 to 20% tip, and it's like your waitress wasn't as attentive to you. Maybe they messed up your order a little bit. Maybe you waited for a longer period of time for your hamburger, your chicken parm, your steak wasn't cooked, or whatever it could be, but you're still not obligated to give that tip. But it's kind of like if you go out to eat, you should tip. So I just don't like to waste money in that way, especially with the cost of living being so high. I like to say I live a simple life, and I've really grown into living that simple life. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I am who I am. I like the foods I like. I like the color of the clothes I wear. I like the car I drive. I like the hobbies that I do. So I've really taken a liking to becoming the best version of myself. And with becoming the best version of myself, I have eliminated a lot of things in my life that has taken people out of my life. I don't go out a lot to bars or clubs. I can't tell you the last time I did. So I don't really have a social group. I know people that do go out, but I don't go out. So we keep in contact like here and there. It becomes a little challenging, I would say, to not be in a social setting like that, but I wouldn't change it for the world, if that makes sense. I have my core group of friends that we keep in contact that I grew up with, every few months, but since I'm a runner, I don't have any running groups necessarily around here. I just run solo. I do like that solo running time, but maybe I just don't expose myself to going out a lot, so I don't meet a lot of people, which I'm totally fine with. At the end of the day, I am an introvert. I like being homebound, but I also like saving my money. I also like investing my money. I also like notice that my time is an important currency, and I'm going to spend my time wisely, as that saying says. And I am living my best life. My car's paid off. I'm building equity within my home. I'm investing, like I said. I have money for rainy day funds. When I do go shopping to get a few new t-shirts, it doesn't just go on the credit card. I'll just use cash for that. But I've learned to just live a simple life. And I think if you can learn to do that, the inflation doesn't seem that bad, because you're only buying things that you need. With a lot of the marketing and advertising from these companies, they really know how to get inside your head and pull on your emotions. So it seems like you want something, like the want turns into a need. Like, I really need that, but you really just want it. And there's trends, and one day this thing will be super popular and hot, and then you give it some time and it's not at that status of what it is. So I'm very picky when it comes to buying certain things, and I know what I like, so I just keep buying those, like Vans, the shoe wear through the Vans company. I've worn Vans for over 10 years now, and I'll probably only wear Vans. They're $55. They last me months. I go walking in them, I can hike in them. Daily use is great for them, and it's only $55. I mean, there's pairs of shoes that are a couple $100. Jordans and these Nikes and those Nikes, and I don't really need them for myself, just to walk around and for people to see that I have this new Nike shoe on. It doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I know this video is kind of all over the place. It's just from the top of my head. There's no script. There's no nothing. It's just realizing that the cost of living is going up. So it's like, if you can save some money on a rent and not live right within the city, like, that's cool. Live on the outskirts of the city. You don't need that new luxury apartment that has a fridge that you have an app on your phone. If, the rent is $2,500. You don't need that just so that you can, use your phone to pour your glass of water. Like, at the end of the day, you can just get up and touch the button like we have on our fridge. There's so many technology things that are coming out with apps and everything that are raising the price of some of these home remedies. And, washers and dryers are expensive. You can just get a nice average model. You don't have to get anything that's like super crazy and spend thousands of dollars on these. But those are just examples of, as the cost of just living is going up, be patient with yourself. If you want to buy something, I remember my aunt told me, if you want to buy something, give it 30 days. And after 30 days, if you want to make that big purchase, go ahead, because you've thought about it. which is very smart. You know, if you want to buy a new car, you know, shop around and see what is the best price for that vehicle. For like house shopping, we picked the house, my wife and I, something that is within our means. It's not a mansion by any means. It's not 8,000 square feet with a waterfall pool in the back, but it works for us. We can raise our family one day in it. It's a nice plot of land. With it, it's not 10 acres or anything like that, just a little under an acre, but we have a beautiful backyard. So it works for us. So live within your means, especially as the cost of living is increasing. You know, wear your jeans down to the last time you can wear them. You don't necessarily need to just buy new t-shirts online because you see that brand is having a flash sale. The t-shirts that you have are probably totally fine. You don't need to add 5 more blue ones of the same pattern to your wardrobe just because it's buy 3 get 1 half off. You're spending $100, and you know, are you actually going to wear them? Buy items and things that you're actually going to use. That's living within your means. Like I said, and I always say with my grocery shopping, I always plan my meals out and I make sure that we eat all our food. It's very, very rare for us to actually get rid of food that's within the house. So don't overspend anything while you're going grocery shopping. Make your own food at the house, meal prep, X, Y, and Z. I just wanted to make this video just to bring awareness to you guys. Bring you my experience of how I live life and how I'm saving money, how I'm investing, how I bought my first house, how I'm staying healthy, and just overall my experience. I'm going to make more videos on this topic in the future. So if that's something that you enjoyed, feel free to hit the like button on this, comment below, subscribe if you're new, if you're a recurring subscriber. Thank you so much for the love and support you guys are showing the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.